Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be doing a video walkthrough of a completely restored 1958 Aljo trailer. Now, obviously, this is not that trailer. This is Wanda. She's a 1961 Shasta who we are in the process of restoring. Now, Wanda has had the kitchen removed completely. The upper kitchen cabinets have been removed. The dinettes have been removed. Everything's been removed. And you can see Wanda. Now, you can watch all of the episodes up until now, from the backyard rescue, where she sat for about 20 years, all the way through the different things that we've done on the channel. So you check those videos out. You also can see that I am sitting in a bunch of parts here, the missing parts actually, and that is another video where I actually had a viewer of mine contact me saying that they had parted out a 1959 Shasta which had all of the same cabinetry. You can watch the video. It was a 1,000-mile round trip where I went and gathered these parts so that we can finish the restoration of Wanda. Today's walkthrough is going to be of a 1958 Aljo that I restored probably in about 2010. I actually found a little bit of footage on a previous video. It didn't make it into the actual video, but we went to visit a trailer graveyard. If you haven't seen that, go check it out as well, because we go to this travel trailer graveyard. So many beautiful trailers that just aren't able to be restored, and they're being parted out, and we was able to get some things that were missing from Wanda here, such as a stove, an icebox, and a few other things that were needed. So you can check that out as well. But the footage that didn't make it in was me actually driving the road where we found the Aljo and talking just briefly about that. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to roll into some before photos, and then we're going to do the full video walkthrough of a completely restored, back to original condition 1958 Aljo. So enjoy the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow this, keep this going, do more restorations, go out on more road trips, more rescues. So please subscribe to the channel and help support it. And I cannot wait for you to come along on all the rest of our adventures. This is where you want to look for trailers. Passing by yards like this, kind of out of town a little ways. Just always scanning for trailers. You never know when you're going to find one. Actually found one a bunch of years ago along this stretch of road. It was a total refurb, a 1958 Aljo. This is prime real estate for finding a trailer. And there she is. This is how I found her, on the side of the road. Really nice looking trailer, not a lot of damage. All the glass was missing though out of the front window, as well as the two side windows on the door side. So there was a lot of damage to the wood from the water coming in over the years. There was a little bit of metal damage on the bottom, but the door was intact and it had a really cool Art Deco pattern to it. The rear window had the glass in it, and surprisingly this trailer had a lot of its original features, such as the taillights, and it also had this cool Hadco hitch lock with an Art Deco style that matched the door pattern, which is really cool. And although the trailer was painted white, you could still see the decal for the Aljo logo, as well as the faint pattern of the Mercury wings that were on the side, which is going to come in really handy at the end of this restoration. The inside cabinets were pretty trashed, and since the glass from the front windows were missing, all of the wood below them was just really trashed. Equally trashed were the seats. It's really rare to find dinette seats, and they were full intact, which was great, but the weather had gotten to them and just done a number on them. The seams were only ripped at the stitching, so I was really encouraged by that, and the material was in good shape, so I thought that I might be able to use it at the end. The door was trashed, but it did have the original hardware on it, and the closet was there with the door, and it had its original hardware, so these are really good signs. The icebox was there, which is original, but what's really cool about this was that there was no staining in the corners. Usually you're going to find rot, leakage, and water damage in the corners. It had none of that. It was really encouraging. Some holes were kicked in it, but it did have all the original sconces, as well as the kitchen cabinetry, all intact. And really surprising was that there was no leaks around the vent, which is usually always the case in these old trailers. The kitchen was all original and had the original stove, sink, countertop, and faucet, which was really cool. All the cabinetry was there, but it was missing 3 of the 4 drawers, but at least I had one for a pattern. But what was really exciting was that 90% of the original flooring was there, intact and in good shape. So as you can see, she was in pretty good shape as far as leakage goes. There was some damage to the wood on the inside, but that was due to the glass being missing, and there was some holes that were kicked into the wood and a little bit of like fire damage from a candle or something that required some of the panels to be replaced. But overall, she was in really good shape. Now, the reason this video walkthrough even exists is because when I would restore these trailers, I would put them on eBay. And you got to remember that this was 2010, so YouTube was only a few years old, and back then you could also put live links on eBay. So I would do these video walkthroughs of these trailers and then put them in the description of the auction so that people could not only look at the photos, but then they could bounce out and see a full video tour. It gave potential buyers a little bit more to look at. You'll also know that the quality is a little bad too, because I actually filmed it on a camera, that was from 2010. Actually, this camera right here, Nikon D7000, and it still works. I charged it up, so we'll even do a little video here, and maybe we'll splice it into the final cut. Who knows? We'll see. Given that older technology, the look is a little bit more grainy. You can even hear the autofocus of the motor. It's still a really cool walkthrough of a really nice restoration. One other thing, you'll notice in the walkthrough that when we get to the bed, I do have an air mattress in there, and I note that yes, the air mattress is included. Now, I still to this day look at that and cringe. This was an expensive repair for me at the time, especially the paint job. Those are really expensive. I just needed to get it done. Normally, every restoration that I do has new foam, full upholstery, the whole works, but this is one time where I just couldn't do it, and so please just look past that part. Okay, so without further ado, here is a walkthrough of a fully restored 1958 Aljo travel trailer. Enjoy. '58 Aljo. Totally refurbished. Not a lot of room to get around here, but we'll do the best we can. Show you folks what's going on. Brand new paint in the original pattern. All the original dents and dings of a 50-year-old trailer. Windows polished, removed, and reinstalled with new putty. New glass in the windows. New propane tank, full. Original hitch, Art Deco style Hadco. Hooked up to a new flat 4. Keys for the storage door, as well as the front door. Fancy little clip here, original. New wood on the inside of the door, brand new screen door from an original pattern. Slider to get at the handle from the inside when she's open. All original cabinets, brand new cabinet doors in ash to match the original. Original stove, sink countertop, original floor, which you may or may not see is streaked with blue, yellows, pinks. Little entry carpet. Floors are solid, but there was a little linoleum messed up here, so we put carpet rather than go over the original because it's so cool looking. Vintage door handles. Original light fixtures. Propane works. Oven is tested, stove works. Slider storage area above the dinette. Original red upholstery with new charcoal upholstery around it to match the new table. Old hardware on it. Was missing the table, so we had to make a new one. Otherwise we'd have kept the original. 110 light fixtures all work. Brand new shade, or original shade, excuse me. Vintage on the one original. Other one was missing. You can fix that one yourself. No leaks around the vents. Some wood had to be replaced in the front and the back from holes kicked in it. Full-size bed in the back. Air mattress and battery pump come with it. Storage accessible from inside and outside under the bed. Original ice box in original condition. Put your ice on top.
Drains through a hose out the bottom and outside. Full-size closet with original hardware. Place to hang your clothes as well as it's a shelf. Place to put shoes, another little bit of storage down there. Plenty of storage under the sink and the new drawers. New wood on the corner in the rear. New wood along the front. All because there was no glass in a lot of the windows. Floors are all solid, as I said. No structural damage whatsoever. Ready to go camping. And artifacts. Old matchbooks from 1957. Some Naval Reserve medals, humanitarian service, and a Coors Banquet beer label. All come with it. So what are you waiting for? Let's go camping.